Here's another example of how the heat can negatively impact your performance in physical activity. So there was a study done, 2 groups, 64% of VO2 max, and one group was training at 35 degrees Celsius, the other was training at 20 degrees Celsius, and they were measuring blood lactate levels. And they noticed in the 35 degree group, so the very hot group obviously, compared to the other group, that blood lactate levels were dramatically higher. And why this is important is because we know the more blood lactate through our circulation, the harder it is for our body to maintain the duration and intensity of exercise that we're doing. In fact, these high lactate levels create an acidic environment in our blood, in our body, and an acidic environment in the blood and body is not a good environment for force production and for maintaining high work rates. In fact, the body cannot sustain high work rates and high workloads for long periods of time when lactate levels are high. The lactate is used as not just as a protection mechanism, but one is a protection mechanism against yourself and to refuel yourself. Yes, lactate can be used as fuel as well for the body, but eventually, if you keep trying to maintain that intensity, then you're going to eventually have to stop. Your body will force you. Just keep in mind when training in the heat that what we've found scientifically anyway, in a study, which isn't always practical, I know, that we have high lactate levels, and this is going to compared to training in normal 20 degree average temperatures, and this is going to impact performance. So don't be so dissuaded if you're not always hitting your numbers, your times, your time trials, your weights when you're training in 30, 35, 40 degree temperature, because your body's not as efficient. And sometimes you have to adjust in order to regulate in according to the environment that you're training in. In fact, you should always. So that's a little lesson, an explanation. I hope that's valuable.